Right now?
We're recording.
Oh shit. Okay.
What's up, YouTube? This is Tiggs, Sean, and Thomas from SEO coming at you with a Banlist prediction. We are covering the aspects of limited, semi-limited, and the unlimited. It's yeah. Shut up, Thomas.
No.
All right. Shall we start?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let us explain to our fans why we are banning or limiting Magician.
We have fans.
Yes, we have fans. We have fangirls.
Anyway, yeah, I said that Wind-Up Magician and that Factory should both go to 1 because of the shenanigans that Wind-Ups do with Factory and Rabbit and stuff.
The most broken part of the combo is like Magician, Shark. First time.
Shark's okay at 3, but Magician just breaks things in half and then eats them and then regurgitates them back onto the field. It's a very good description. Anyway, yeah, you guys can do a little more.
The reason we're limiting Atlantean Dragoon, well, look at him. He's a searcher for the mermaids, Atlanteans, whatever you want to call them.
Basically a Stratos.
He's...
Your Stratos, it lets you search out Diva,
any sea serpent, I believe.
Yeah, so...
Oh, I just realized we forgot to put the Diva on here. Okay, yeah, Diva is on here somewhere. We forgot to put where
are we going to put her? Limited?
We put it at 2.
Alright.
Yeah, Diva 2. Diva's semi-limited. We'll explain it later. We just now came up with it.
Alright, next card on the list, Rabbit.
Rescue Rabbit.
Thomas, you take this because it was your idea.
Yeah, Rescue Rabbit needs to go, not because of Dino Rabbit. Dino Rabbit's actually a good deck. I'll admit that. I played it for a while. The reason it needs to go is because of the upcoming Evil Swarm set with all the Verse cards. Because in that deck, you can go first turn Ophion or Shotmaster or basically any Exceed monster you want. Problem with that is Ophion, your opponent cannot special summon level 5 or higher monsters.
I thought neither player could.
That much of a problem. The problem is that its effect is, while it has materials, you can detach one and you can get a card. I think it's called
any swarm card, spell or trap.
Yeah, it's any swarm. It's any evil swarm card, but there's one in particular. It's basically a super lance. It protects all evil swarm monsters you control from spells or traps until the end phase, and it's a quick play.
So they try to play Darkworld, you play that, their monsters go bye-bye.
Yeah, chain with
it. Like if you're playing, and it's very good for animated, but I mean it's just a stupid card to have around with that, because you have first Heliotrope, and then you're like Special Mandrago.
Next is
Wind Up Rabbit.
Rabbit. I didn't come up with this idea.
Wind Up Rabbit needs to go away because I get very salty because I play Watts and I'll play Messenger Piece and I always forget that the thing's 14, but it also needs to get somehow, just because of the fact that every time you, like, if Factory right now at 3, what happens is you're just like, there's some rabbit, okay, on my standoff phase, a rabbit effect, vanish, add 3 wind-ups to hand. It's just like, why even have... I mean, Rabbit, it might not be a good idea to hit Rabbit, but I just personally don't like the card because I feel like it never dies. It just doesn't die. You can't target it.
Dodges everything. It dodges everything, and it's like...
only way to really get rid of it is to solemn the initial warning, or summon.
Yeah, that's like the only time to get rid of it. That's the only way to get rid of it.
Or, you know what I thought of doing, but situational? Burial from the different dimension on him. Return him to the graveyard.
I'm not sure if you can do that.
You can. I've done it before.
Anyway, Rural Oppression needs to come back to 1. This game...
It won't hurt anything, really.
There's so much special summoning going on that it needs to come back at least to 1.
And
Rabbit can abuse it, yeah. But with it being a 1, they have to open with it. And even then, if you have 2 MSCs and they want to keep it on the field, they're going to negate your MSCs and you just MSC it anyway.
Unless they open up some with some real shenanigans to protect it. All right, what a Macro Cosmos.
Marco Cosmos.
You just said Marco Cosmos?
I think he did.
Whatever.
Sean, you poor soul.
Anyway, Macro needs to go. It needs to go to 1. I play Macro in a lot of my decks. I like banishing cards, but it's not that it's a bad card. It's that the design of the card itself is gone. Because it like B-Fissure, it's okay where it's at because it says any monster. Problem with Macro, it says any card, and since materials are still cards, I mean, if you see materials, you know, if you detach under Fissure, they go to the graveyard because they're not considered monsters. There are, however, still cards.
So yeah. All right, Rekindling.
Yeah, rabbit players can just play B-Fissure Rabbit instead.
Yeah, and they could actually, you know what? I think that'd be better. I think it might happen if Macro gets it. All right, and Rekindling needs to go.
Rekindling, our last one.
Yeah, Rekindling definitely needs to go down the 1.
It's a monster reborn for Lavels and Fire.
All levels are getting ready to come out, and if I'm not mistaken, some of the newer support, I think the Hazy Beasts just came out.
Yeah.
They came to Rekindling too.
Although only 2 of the Haze Beasts are 200 defense.
They're called Hazy Beasts now.
Oh,
really?
God.
Yeah. I did tell you guys about that. I didn't want to. Anyway, let's go ahead and get
Okay, whatever.
let's go to semi-limited.
Alright, semi-limited Master Hyperion.
Yeah.
I have a feeling a lot of people hate on Aegis because of him. I admit I do, but I'm not going to say my reason why.
Personally, I don't have a problem him being at 2.
I like
it, but whatever.
It's just that the card is too easy to drop in Agents because literally the entire deck is Agents, so I mean...
Yeah, all you need to do is banish an agent from hand, field, or graveyard, and BAM! And then on that...
Oh yeah, from your hand, or the... Yeah, never mind.
And not only that, he can banish stuff from the graveyard, pop a card on the field if Sanctuary in the Skies on the field.
If you have a fairy in the grave, but whatever.
Now, if Ancient Sanctuary in the Skies on the field, say bye-bye to 2 of your cards.
You can search out for your...
Yeah, no one plays Sanctuary, though. I don't even think that was worth mentioning.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I got it.
Anyway,
That's what...
Yeah. Yeah, shout out to Angela, because she knows, we all know she's going to kill us for this list.
Not really. If we would have...
Anyway, Mystical Space Typhoon. I need to put this stupid Slinky down. Mystical Space Typhoon. There's no reason for this card to be...
Yeah.
We have enough backer hate as it is, especially with Night Beam being out.
And Night Beam is MST on steroids.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's not, because Night Beam, it's a normal spell.
Yeah, but the fact is they can't counteract with the card you're targeting.
Yeah,
can't change what character, but the whole point of it is the fact that it's a normal spell.
Then you can chain that one face down that might be targeted.
Alright. Thomas, give us Gladiator, Beastiari.
Okay. Beastiari. I don't think there's any reason for it to be at 1. What the thing does is, Gladiator Beast, they all tag out when you attack. When it comes into play, when you tag it in, it blows up a back row. And it's actually double-edged because it doesn't specify. So if your opponent has no backer, you have to pop one of your own. If I'm not mistaken, I might be wrong on that. But
I think that's right.
Alright, but anyway, the reason it should go to...
I played on the many video games and it does that same thing every time.
Yeah. Well, the reason it should go to 2 is because it went from 3 to 1, and it just completely killed the deck. 2 would bring it back to playability, but not at the point that 3 was. 2 also gives it, my other reason is if you banish it somehow or negate the summon and they don't ever get it back, they basically lose because they won't ever be able to go into Gazaris or Jazaris or however you want to pronounce it. But it takes 1 Beastiari and 1 random GB monster.
Mm-hmm.
So, why have Gazaris, which is basically Beastiari on steroids, at 3 and have Beastiari at 2? Even if Gazaris is a fusion monster, why have Why have stupid son? Why have
Put the slinky down.
I did? Why have a monster that pops any two cards on the field versus a monster that's relatively weak, but you have to have two to summon the big guy? I mean, it's just I don't know. And I did take this idea from Buzzfair, but Blackwing Gale the Whirlwind needs to go back to Snoww. Or at least I mean, it helps some more decks than it really hurts. And I probably worded that wrong. But, like, I don't, it's no one even plays Blackwings anymore.
A couple have topped,
that's
about it. They're slowly topping, barely.
I've never seen a Blackwing deck top.
There has been a couple if you've been paying attention to the YCS.
I admit if Gale comes back, Blackwings may become tier 2.
I don't even see them being Tyrion. I mean, it's just Gale is good for the half.
Yeah. Anyways, on to
Mezuki.
It needs to come back. They keep releasing zombie stuff, and no one can utilize it because Mezuki's at 2. Or I mean, it's at 1. I mean, myself, I'm trying to play a go zombie variant. In fact, a few people
want to play zombie stuff again.
Yeah. But it's like it's a once a game thing if it's banished because zombies don't play any.
Yeah, but if they run that,
they didn't get it back with Leviair.
There is that other zombie they can use to get it back. I forget its name.
Yeah, but that puts it back in it puts it on top of the deck.
Or in the graveyard.
No, it puts it on the deck.
I know what you're talking about, Tiggs, but I forget what it's called too.
I know, it's the red monkey looking one.
That monkey card.
It's not really a monkey, it's still a zombie. Okay, anyway, Grapha to 2, because the thing never dies and it's really annoying. That's pretty much
yeah. It's annoying. It gets me really salty. To be honest.
Grapha is salty.
Pepper. Snoww, otherwise known as Snoo to Tiggs because he can't type.
Annoying.
Fuck you guys.
Hey man, language on the video, that's not very cool.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah,
anyway,
Snoww
to
2, I mean, it's just a big searcher. It has to be discarded, yeah, but if the only cards the thing is like, the only thing is Darkworld.
Search out your gates and...
Search out anything Darkworld, no matter what it could be.
Yeah, it could be anything.
Spell, trap, monster, although I think Darkworlds don't have a specific Darkworld trap in their name.
No, they don't.
Nope, they don't.
Actually, I think they do.
Something else that should be at 2 though is Miracle Fusion. I don't know how many times this has happened to you guys, but I hate I've actually pulled an ulti alias one time and ripped it in half because I hate heroes.
Heroes are bad. Are they even topping anymore?
But the reason it wins is because of Miracle Fusion. It's too busted, especially with Shiny being out.
What about Super Poly being on this list?
No one plays more than 1 because you have to discard for it.
I played 2.
Then you're a bad player, Sean.
Oh.
Shut up, Tiggs.
I'm still trying to remember who it was that said Torgod and Gores was bad cards. Somebody told me that. Hey, anyway, I don't know what they were thinking. They can explain this next one to you. I'm not for it.
Anyways, Unlimited, Tengu.
Wait, we're forgetting the Diva.
Oh yeah, do it too, because screw Mermails. Okay, now we can go to 3.
Screw Mermails!
There, now we can go to the 3rd one.
Alright, Tengu. I don't think it has made much of an impact in the game at 2, so I quite frankly see it come back to 3.
Yeah, I just hate that feeling when you draw 2 of them in your hand. I just don't like that.
I admit if you draw 2, the card is kind of dead in your hand.
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. It needs to go back at 3.
Yes, it does. Because if you draw both of them first hand, you're dead.
Exactly.
And not only that...
It happens to me every time. Well, not like every time, but every so often it happens to me.
Not only that, Tengu, you really can't splash in every deck these days.
Yeah, it's only like good in plants and Tiki Stone in some other decks I don't even know about.
Alright. I believe
Okay, we're on to our ban list. Woo!
our favorite part of this, not really. There is a card on here that we're split 50-50 about it being on this.
Even if it's 3 of us and 50-50 is impossible.
Yeah.
Alright, 33%.
With y'all guys on
It's
this.
33.3%.
Whatever.
Actually, be 33.35%. I am a nerd. Anyway, Gale the Six Samurai is that card. We couldn't decide if it stayed at 1 or 0 because at 1, it kind of turns games around, but it also brings up the stupid loot that comes up with all the seed monsters.
With the Ouroboros.
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 Yeah.
No Western. But
Ouroboros, you can do with the.
You can do it with any. You can do it with any Exceed monster that takes 3 materials, though.
Yeah.
So Shockmaster, Vylon de Sigma.
It's an easy loop for 6 samurais. They have no problem with it.
Alright, card destruction. Easy out for Darkworlds, honestly. They draw that and they have Grapha in hand. You're losing a card.
Card destruction is win more.
Yes, it is. It's like they have 3 Graphas in their hand, discard all that, pop 3 cards, and
then they summon 1 monster, bring 1 back, and then they somehow get another.
And then it's like game in 1 turn.
Only way to get around.
Card destruction is just a bad card anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, Genex Undine or Undine.
Mermails broken.
Mermails, it wasn't that bad before Mermails. They abuse it. Because it's like the way if I remember it, they sent from the graveyard, is that right?
For Genex Undine, yeah, send a water monster from your deck to the graveyard to add a Genex controller from your deck to your hand.
Yeah, okay. The reason I feel like this should be banned is because you can send Exhibit A, Atlantean Dragoons, Exhibit B, whichever stupid mermail card pops something on the field, or Exhibit 3, some random other card that's stupid because Genex Undine is stupid and mermails can go die in a hole and burn. I hate that deck. I played Geargias. That killed my top spot.
But in other words, Genex Undine makes...
They all have been topping very well.
Yeah,
Genex... It's like the only two that are top mermails and rabbit, from my knowledge.
Genex Undine makes plays...
Why?
Makes bigger plays for the Atlanteans.
Leviair The Sea Dragon.
Talk about rabbit abuse. Look at this card.
Yeah, it's just.
Oh yeah, Leviair.
Just take away any level 4 or lower monster. It's
from either banished zone.
Let's see. The problem with this card is the reason that that rabbit does so good, because what happens is they'll have. Let's say I open Rabbit and a tour guide and a warning, okay? I'm gonna set that warning, play Rabbit, assume I call back, banish, go into Sabersaurus, and Sabersaurus go into Lagia. And then, say I don't get anything next turn, you go Leviair, detach, get your Rabbit back, banish Rabbit, get Dolka, and win from there.
Yeah.
Because you got a Walking Solemn Judgment, a Warning, and a Walking Divine Wrath.
It's really hard to get around sometimes, because Maxi doesn't do shit.
I'll admit Maxi would have been good on that Summon of Tour Guide, but to draw some...
What are you going to do? They can negate everything.
And unless you have a Veiler, then that's like the only time.
Yeah, that's the only way to get out of that, is if you have a Veiler.
Or if you had a Warning or something.
Or if you're going Thomas's route, Imperial Iron Wall, so they can't even use Rabbit.
Or just chain disappearance it.
No, you want to chain disappearance at Tour Guide.
Or the Rabbit, either way.
Get rid of the Tour Guide, you get rid of the Leviair.
Yeah,
it's just there's so many hurt dirt things you can do with Leviair that it needs to go away.
It does. It needs to burn in hell.
Yeah, pretty much. Something else. We were thinking about doing something to Inzectors, but it's not that they don't top anymore. It's that
they're pretty balanced.
That got hit, it still does good.
Yeah, there has been a couple of them that have topped, so.
But they're not winning.
not winning so hard as they used to be when Dragonfly was at 3, and then Hornet at 3.
Don't remind me. I remember that time.
It's all a herp derp loop. That's all it is.
You know what? I will be damned the day they make a good Injector and wind-up deck in Wana.
Actually, there is.
Yeah, there was.
There was, and it was annoying.
I don't know. Just never come at me with that deck or I will punch you in the face.
I can show it to you.
Sean?
Yeah.
Thomas, I'm saying this to you both. You come at me with that deck, and you will never duel me again.
Unless it's summon Light Ray Daedalus. Oh yeah, everybody. Summon Light Ray Daedalus on Tiggs.
Thomas, are you asking for a death wish?
No, it's funny because you get super salty.
Especially when you play against Rabbit and then it's like, you hate Rabbit.
Actually, I'm not that mad at Rabbit. I'm gunning Rabbit Photon, so bleh.
I remember the time that you used to hate Rabbit.
Yeah. You know what I've noticed about myself?
You're a bad player.
Well, no, I think we should end this video first before we go into more.
Oh, okay, yeah. Bye.
Alright.
Bye, YouTube!